Because it is a fairly complex document, I introduce it to the students simply by asking them to identify the different names and to do a little genealogy of who the players are and how they're related to one another. So on the one side they have Molly Hightower, they have Molly Hightower's father. On the other side they have Sam Dent, they have his Cherokee wife, they have his purchase of Molly, the slave. On Molly the slave then becomes a Cherokee. The idea of tribes and nations that we operate with today when we talk about Native Americans didn't always exist in its current form. What we see in this document is a world in which family, clan membership, kinship affiliation was kind of the dominant logic of the society. And to understand that dominant logic, you have to understand the names and you have to understand the relationships. So it's sort of a window into not only the time period but also a method of doing history that speaks to the power of history itself, how it helps us understand another society that's different from our own. I think students, they assume that because Sam Dent was a white man, that he would have felt no responsibility to the Deer Clan, that he would have felt no sense of loyalty or allegiance to the Cherokee Nation. But I think what they need to understand is that the reality at this time was very different. Sam Dent made his living off of trading with Cherokee people, and most English traders understood that in order to trade with an Indian nation, you had to have a kinship affiliation with that nation. And so that's probably why Sam Dent married a Cherokee, was that his marriage to that woman enabled him, in fact, to make a living. And one of the things that we feel we understand about American society is that whether right or wrong, European Americans have held the balance of power firmly in their hands over time. And this document is an example of a time period in which European Americans were not holding the balance of power. In fact, Cherokees at this time and place, certainly at the time and place in which Sam Dent made these decisions, were holding the balance of power. This document reminds us how the Cherokee Supreme Court was alive and well. It was doing its job and acting on behalf of the Cherokee Nation without regard to the United States and to the property laws of the United States that might have legitimized Sam Dent's sale to Molly Hightower's father.